Shalom.
Shalom.
We real Hebrew Israelites coming to you week in and week out, prophesying the return of the Messiah and His heavenly Son. All praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles out in New York, Great Millstone, and GMS. Honors to all Akim around the planet. Lifted up today with Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, in truth and sincerity. This is Brother Uriah, and we have guests from Miami and Valdosta, Georgia. Brother Lawyer, Brother Shamar, Brother Awar, and Brother Batach, respectively. And we're just doing an in transit on our way to camp. And we're just going to jump into the spirit while we got an opportunity. And with a little brief in transit. So we didn't have any particular topic that we just said we're going to talk on. So I'm going to hand the floor to the Brother Lawyer. And we're just going to jump and play in the spirit.
Oh, shit. This is Isaiah chapter 4, verse 1. It says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We shall eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." Okay, which, I really just opened up to this, which is spiritual, because he was just talking about
The sister
wives and how women are going to come into the understanding of the importance of a man having multiple wives and how that's beneficial for them.
It's for them too.
So,
shit, man. See, they don't know about what white man calls polygamy. All they know is this bullshit ass monogamy. Which, watch this. Majority of the men here has had multiple women over their lifetime. Is one woman sexually able to satisfy your appetites? No. All right. It's just impossible. First, flat out, for one straight week, you can't even touch a man on your time of your period. And don't let you have an extra long period, because your period would sometimes happen. A woman will bleed longer than 3 or 4 days, which will be in excess of 4 or 5 days or whatever, which means there's a law within that. I mean, if a woman has a longer period, she's in clean for 2 weeks. If she got her regular normal period, she's in clean for 1 week, because the normal body of a woman's cycle would go from basically 3 days on bleeding, and then 3 or 4 days of cleaning. But if it goes longer than that, the Lord gives a longer period. Just as when a woman has a child, go through childbirth, and has a male child or a woman child, if she has a male child, it's about a month or so approximately, he can't get down or whatever until she heals. But for a girl child, it's double that, or much longer. Yeah. So what? So why that woman happens to be in her time, her cycle, or through her pregnancy, whatever, a man just supposed to sit there and twiddle his fucking thumbs, and he gets no comfort, no love, and no companionship? That shit is stupid. All right, that shit is foolish, and it's wicked, because that's not scriptural. All right, it's not scriptural at all. All right, and men are going to do what the fuck they're going to do anyway. So now, if you go into the home life of a polygamous relationship, and all you got to do is go Google it. Go on YouTube. There are people who have polygamous relationships, and they'll tell you, when the one woman don't feel like cleaning up, she's tired, she don't feel like taking care of kids, you got several other women to pick up the ball. Each man, the man is going to give each woman their particular time where he deals with them individually, and then otherwise it's with the family. And then you got people to help with the kids, you got people to help with the food, you got people to help with the cleaning. And then if you go back into the ancient world, that was your wealth. Somebody give me the book of Job and go into how rich Job was. And then somebody give it to Abraham, that Abraham was rich. And then we're going to examine if he was rich by himself with just one little female or not. All right? Whichever ones we'll get first. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 1, and verse 2. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 7 daughters. Us like in 3 daughters.
Go start at the top, Bob.
Okay, come. Job, chapter 1, verse 1. There was a man in the land of Uz, whose name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright, and one that feared God and eschewed evil. And there were born unto him 7 sons and 3 daughters. His substance was also was 7,000 sheep, and 3,000 camels, and 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 she asses, and a very great household. So that this man was the greatest of all the men of the East.
So he had a great household with cattle, all right, land. He had gold, silver, things of that nature. Now, let me hear Abraham. I mean, Moses. No, Abraham. Sorry.
Abraham, this is Genesis chapter 13, verse 1. It says, and Abram went up out of Egypt, he and his wife and all that he had, and Lot was with him into the south. And Abram was very rich in cattle, in silver, and in gold.
So he was rich in cattle, silver, and in gold. Now, it doesn't go into the wives of Job, but it does go into the wives of Abraham. Who was Abraham's main wife?
Sarah. Yeah.
Then he also had Hagar at one point, and then he had Keturah, correct? So what contributed to Abraham's wealth?
The fact that he had multiple wives.
He had multiple wives, he had multiple children, and he got him a great house. The more children you have, the more hands you have. All right? The more wives you have, the more hands you have. The more hands you have, the more you can produce. The more you produce, the more you have. And that's simple. All right? The ideas of monogamy are nowhere in the scriptures. Nowhere. So that's not the Heavenly Father's wishes. All right? And the floor is open to whatever else that scripture. So.
I wanted to bring out this Isaiah 32 because Lawyer was going into that Isaiah 4:1. And the reason why when all hell breaks loose, these 7 women, which the number 7 just means completion, all right, why they're going to come to us with the mindset of we as a man, you don't have to take care of me, just take away my reproaches, because what? There's going to be a whole bunch of chaos out here, man. All right, these women are going to see all this death, and they're going to be humbled, man. It's not going. They're going to realize that they're no longer the prize, man. Okay, and for them to be able to eat, they're going to have to bow to a man.
Give me a man should be a covert.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, you got that on deck. Okay, go ahead. Then okay, good. There's some more. Go ahead.
Okay, Isaiah 32 and verse 2.
Give me golden wedge of Ophir.
I got that right here.
Isaiah 32 verse 2. And a man shall be in hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of living as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. All right, so the man is going to end up being what? A protection, a hedge in those days, man. And it's not going to be just any average, ordinary man. It's going to be a man of the Lord, man. Okay, because these women are going to see that the man of the Lord has wisdom with them, man. Okay, what you got, man?
I wanted to go back to Isaiah chapter 4. And I'll read verse 1 again. It says, and in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name, to take away our reproach. Okay, and Isaiah 4:1 comes off of the back of Isaiah 3. You know what I'm saying? Where it goes into the judgment that's going to take place upon the daughters of Zion. Why? Because they're haughty. They walk forth with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go. All right, their eyes are full of lust. They think they have the freedom of choice to, choose a man and be in with whatever man they want. Treat men how they want to. They think they're on this high horse and shit. Well, the Lord's about to bring them down. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be great danger out here, man. Scriptures talk about how, the bow shall dash the young men to pieces before their eyes. Yep. Their wives shall be widows, yep. And fatherless and all that other stuff that's going to happen. So these women, when shit hit the fan, it's going to hit them the hardest. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to need a man of the Lord with spiritual power, with wisdom, with substance to protect them. Okay? And so that's why Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen. All right? Because the Lord's getting ready to exalt his men.
That's it.
Okay? This is Isaiah 13. And verse 12, it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
See, right now, how often have you, matter of fact, which of you all have ever held a gold bar of actual gold bullion? None. You've never seen a piece of gold bullion. I'm not talking about a troy ounce. I'm talking about a actual full kilo, the 1 brick, gold brick. All right? So, wait a minute. You ain't held, I thought anybody can get gold. I thought gold and silver is everywhere. No, gold and silver, that's precious. You know why it's precious? Because it's rare to find it. Pennies are more rarer than diamonds. But don't let the De Beers tell you that, because the De Beers going to corner the goddamn market. All right? So you think that diamonds are precious and rare? No. My Lord tell you what's precious and rare. He said gold and silver, but then he says a man. Now he's not talking about an average ass, regular ass man. He's talking about the real men of the Lord.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right? We're going to be so damn precious that the females who heard about this in advance, they're going to be coming in looking. Yep. The women who haven't heard about us but believe in the Most High, the Lord's going to put the spirit to them to come look for us, and they're going to see us, and they're coming. Yep. And then the bitches who have spurned us and treated us like shit and act like that their shit don't stink and that we ain't worth shit to them, they're going to be looking for us too. But guess what? They're not going to be successful in finding us, because you know what we're going to do? Say, fuck you. All right?
I got something real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 10. It says, if he take him, I'm going to start at verse 9. It says, and if he have betrothed her unto his son, he shall deal with her after the manner of daughters. If he take him another wife, her food, her raiment, and her duty of marriage shall he not diminish.
Right, so if you take another wife, you gotta be able to take care of her. Yep. And when all hell breaks loose, we're gonna be the only men on earth who have a real source of food, a real source of water. You know what I'm saying? A real source of shelter, a real source of protection, man. And that's gonna be what? Through Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, man. So we're gonna be able to maintain all these women, man. Okay, through the Spirit of the Lord.
Oh, we wouldn't have. Stupid motherfucker. You see, why you blowing? Don't worry about it. You get in your own fucking lane, you dumb jackass. Can't wait till the Most High humble all these stupid, ignorant ass motherfuckers. I hate Esau. I hate Jake. I hate all the wicked right now. If you righteous of Jake, I ain't talking about you. Silly ass, stupid motherfucker. Anyway, go ahead, brother. Well, see, judgment coming, man. You gonna jack all this shit up.
This is Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir.
So the Lord said the golden wedge of Ophir, which is basically from the precious gold that was over here in America, because this land was known for gold. That's why you had the whole California gold rush. Mm-hmm. All right. But that golden wedge of Ophir, that precious gold that people usually don't and have not been around and see, Lord said that's how a man, especially a man of God, is going to be more precious as.
Right.
All right.
More precious than fine gold and the golden wedge of Ophir.
So like you fall back with me. Let you brothers, y'all can get out campus right around this on the other side of this building right here. So y'all can go ahead and I'm going to go.
Can I read?
Go ahead, read it.
This is real quick. Ephesians 5:22. It says, "Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord."
That's it. And so these women supposed to don't be worried about what the man doing any goddamn way. You just worry about being obedient and submissive, and that's it. All right, could you let the brother out too? All right, come. Yeah. But go ahead, brother. You got something else?
Well, actually, I just wanted to bring out a point, just to highlight the fact that, Isaiah 13 and 12 is talking about a man of the Lord, First of all, because when you read Sirach chapter 2, it says what gold is tried in the fire and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. Okay? All right. And that's talking about those who come to serve the Lord, preparing themselves and their souls for temptation. Okay? So that Isaiah 13 and 12 is talking about the men of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem HaKodash. It's not talking about no just regular average man out there. It's talking about the men of the Lord.
That's right.
But
through nature alone, it tells you that men supposed to have multiple women. You women are going to come back into the nature of your sister wives and loving them and having to be order under the man and the ordership of his house and however many women that he desires. All right.